What's up, guys? Welcome to part 2 of the story of Rocket League.
This is Rocket League!
Alright guys, so just before we get into the video, I just want to mention that before watching this, please go ahead and watch the first episode if you have not already done so. If you have not watched the first episode, click on the little tab thing on the top right of your screen, that will bring you to the first episode. Also, everything I say here is all completely from my imagination. Even though everything comes from a very extensive research, there could be other explanations for some of this stuff. Please don't take anything I say here as complete fact. Chapter 1. Alright guys, so let's start out with talking about how we are playing the game. So we're not actually in that universe or dimension or whatever. We are literally controlling the cars from our dimension, and Psionics figured out how to connect us to the other dimension. I would think that the guys at Psionics have communicated with the egg people and somehow connected our consoles and PCs to the other dimension, which I think is absolutely amazing. That could also explain all the server problems as well. All the lag that everyone is always complaining about, which half the time is just an excuse for them playing horrible. Well, that's really just the rough connection going through different dimensions, as should be expected. Just think about that. We are using our controllers and consoles and stuff to connect to another dimension and play Rocket League. I guess this also explains why a lot of the cars look like remote control cars that we all probably played with at some point. I mean, just look at the Octane. It is totally a RC car without a doubt. Think about the sport. It's pretty beneficial for everyone. We humans get to have a ton of fun. The egg people, they get entertained. It's a huge market in the other dimension. Chapter 2. Salty Shores. Yep, that blinding map that literally everyone put a down vote on for online matchmaking. This map has a lot of little hidden things, but nothing super significant. Just taking a brief look at it, you see that it has lots of things like toppers that you put on your car, just hidden in spots around the map, and just little things that you recognize from other parts of the game that are kind of cool. Of course, this map also has Moai, which we will go into in a few minutes. This map is honestly a pretty good idea on a beach and everything, but it's just so bright it kills your eyes when you're playing on it. If it's nighttime, it's better, but it's still not perfect. Now we are going to look at Esports for a minute. RLCS Season 6. Only one word is needed for this. Squishy muffins. Well, maybe that's 2 words, I don't know. But he was playing with Cloud9. They were on fire, coming to the grand finals with a huge upset against Team Dignitas, bringing the trophy to North America for the first time since Season 1. 160,000 people were watching on Twitch and tons of people at the stadium in the event. Also, going back to 2016 for a minute, the new Hoops mode was released. Now this is very interesting, because it obviously is a twist on basketball. Do the egg people have basketball in their dimension, or did Psionics tell them about it? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Alright, let's go to 2019, a year not many Rocket League players will forget, as a year that Epic Games bought Rocket League. Now there were mixed reactions from the community about this, but something very interesting is that a little bit before this was released to the community, all the big content creators visited Rocket League headquarters. Names like Musty, Sunless Khan, and Floomp. After it was announced, all the content creators were very excited about it, or seemed like they were. I'm not saying that Psionics asked them to be positive about it, just saying it is a possibility. I watch a lot of those guys and really like some of their content, but it is something to note. Even though the content creators argue that it is just because with Epic buying Rocket League, that it would bring more people to the game, meaning that they would get more people watching their content. A lot of people were worried about a lot of things with Epic getting Rocket League, such as them somehow turning into Fortnite, which I thought was really stupid, but I realized that might have been some like might have been something reasonable to worry about, really. As soon as Rocket League goes free to play, they released a Fortnite event. So I mean, when that happened, I was like, okay, what's going on here? Because I've read a lot of stuff about them being like, oh no, Epic Games is gonna turn Rocket League into Fortnite, and I was just like, what? But as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh crap, what? Also, something else that the community did not seem to enjoy was the Blueprint update that Epic might have brought. The Blueprint update came before it was announced to the public that Epic bought Rocket League in Psyonix. But it is very, very most likely and very possible that Epic brought about this change. And like, I think they knew what they were doing, honestly, when they brought this. But it is kind of sad that crates don't really exist anymore. Chapter 3. Alright, so in my Bob's Ramen video, I mentioned the possibility of players, specifically diamonds, going to Bob's Ramen's place to basically plot how to get rid of the egg people. Now that I think about this, that doesn't make much sense, but I think a similar theory could be applied in its place. The idea is that Psyonix employees have communicated with Bob, and it turns out he is human. He doesn't look like a person in the logo that much, but I guess this logo is made after the popular Moai trend that we will go into right after this. Every week, Bob talks with Psyonix headquarters. They have been since 2016 and continue to today. Now it is possible that Bob and Psyonix plotted to let Epic Games take over Rocket League so that Bob could escape. How would that change anything, you ask? If the game went free to play, as a general rule of Bob's contract with the egg people, if humans brought many people to the game of Rocket League, thus free to play, he could go free. If Bob is not free now, hopefully he will be soon. But the weird thing is that, did they really have to let Epic come to help free Bob by making it free to play? They couldn't really just change the price of the game to free? I don't think that's super difficult to do. So, I'm not sure why that didn't happen. That story may sound a little too far-fetched though, but not many other theories make sense, so let's go with that. Alright, Moai time. If you did not know, Moai are found all over Rocket League maps. The mystery has always been, well, a mystery. Trust me, literally nobody knows the reason for all these statues appearing everywhere. I have mentioned the possibility of them being the gods of the egg people, which still is a possibility. But in theory, the Moai heads on Easter Island are made by either people that were in contact with the egg people, or somehow egg people built them and got them to Earth. Probably the first one is more likely though. So how did this ancient civilization have contact with a completely alien life form? Well, probably the egg people reached out to them or something, or talked to them in some way. Scientists say that they were made in years 1250 to 15,000, a huge time frame when you really think about it. They were carved by the Rapa Nui people on Easter Island. Moai translate to the face of our ancestors, which honestly just confuses me even more. But who knows, maybe somehow the egg people contacted this civilization and somehow convinced them Moai were their ancestors or something. It also is believed that each Moai stand for a specific person or god, possibly that the egg people worship. Comment down below if you have any ideas on this subject, please, because we need explanations. I think what I have said will do for now, but by the way things have been going, in a month or so I will do more research and people will have found more stuff out about this, and I will realize I am way off of this theory. Chapter 4. Alright, so we left off where Epic is buying Rocket League. Well, soon after that, RLCS Season 7 started out, and Vitality came out with the win. Not much happened with the game too soon after Epic bought them. The community was growing, more people were playing the game, the pros were better than ever. Let's fast forward to 2020, early summer, July to be exact. Now this wasn't very long ago really, and I am sure a lot of you guys remember this clearly. July 21st, on the Rocket League news tab and on the website, it was announced that Rocket League would officially go free to play. This was not much of a shock for some people, as many expected it to come at some point. Though many were upset that they had to pay for the game, whereas other people would not have to. Psyonix decided to make items that all the before free-to-play members would receive. If you played the game before free-to-play, you were given a legacy status. The items you received included the Huntress player banner, Golden Cosmos boost, which is honestly like super cool because it's like the new alpha boost kind of. We also got Faded Cosmos boost, which is like a titanium white version of the Golden Cosmos, a player title that says what year you started playing the game, and the Golden Dicey Oro wheels. They would also make new tournaments, new challenges which you could get the drops from, which are like free crates. They would also make a new rank, Supersonic Legend, only the best of the best. They also made 3 Grand Champ ranks, so there was a Grand Champion 1, 2, and 3. September 23rd, Rocket League gets a whole new look and free-to-play is released. Instantly, Rocket League got millions of sales. Well, not sales, I don't really know what you call it when they got it for free, but you get the idea, pretty much the same thing. The esports community grew instantly, and the player base grew and is still growing each and every day. The funny thing is that I have played with people that got the game and first started playing it when it went free to play, and they are already like way better than me. It's honestly kind of sad. But let's talk more about inside the game, the other dimension. While the sport is obviously growing, there is getting more and more players, which means more games for the egg people to watch. We talked about how we are connected to the other dimension and everything. So in previous videos, I have mentioned the possibility of when we get demoed, we die, and it's like a sacrifice to the egg gods, which are the Moai. Well, now this idea does not seem nearly as possible. Besides the Moai being like gods or something, that kind of does make sense with everything else I've looked into. When we get demoed, we just respawn because, well, it's a game, and even though it is actually going on in the other dimension, supposedly, they can't really make it where we get demoed. We just die, or like our careers as Rocketeers are over, so we just keep playing the game. Though, I thought about something like, if you get demoed 3 times in a game, you're out of the game or something, and that could be kind of cool. But of course, there will be some people that are going to hate that, and it'll probably just make everybody go chase demos like the entire game. Chapter 5. Alright, so let's do a quick review of everything we talked about. We started out talking about how we are playing the game. We are connected through our consoles or computers to the other dimension through the game. We talked a little bit about the Salty Shores map, showing more proof that the egg dimension, that there's way more similar to ours than we thought previously, with oceans and beach and the buildings and everything.
Really good kickoff.
And then we went into Esports and Epic Games buying Rocket League and bringing the Blueprint update. After that, we went into all the Moai in Rocket League and about that. Then we talked more about Esports, and then Rocket League going free to play. Now, just before we end the video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Esports. Sadly, RLCS Season 9 was cancelled due to the ongoing pandemic, and if you have watched Esports, you know that there's now RLCS X, which is, they're just tournaments based on how you place, you get different amounts of points. Say you get first place, you get, I'm not sure how many it is, say just like 5,000 points. If you get second, you get 25,000, and so on. So they've been doing a lot of splits, which are different tournaments, and basically each week there's a tournament. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And yeah, based on how you place, you get different points. Those determine where you sit on the leaderboards. Now hopefully soon RLCS Season 9 will be able to start, and the teams in the top of the leaderboards will get to try to be the next world champions. Also, guys, I plan to make a lot more videos about esports and different stories about that as well, so make sure to subscribe if you want to see stuff about that. Alright guys, that is gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like if you did, because that really helps me out. Also, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I'm working on a lot of videos right now, so make sure to watch out for those. Also, I'd love to see your comments, so if you have any ideas or anything about Rocket League theories or something, please do comment. Also, feel free to just say hi or something in the comments as well. That would be awesome. Anyways, that is going to be it for today. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.